Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kosala, also known as Marventus, bringing you yet another amateur cast sent to us by one of our channel fans. It is Amateur Tuesday, and we are taking a look at a game by Mr. Slevin here in the bottom left-hand corner, playing as the red zerg against the blue Terran, Mr. Ezer. Slevin versus Mr. Ezer. This was sent to us by Slevin, so let's get the production tab up. You'll notice that this is from the pre-patch 1.3 version of Starcraft. There is none of the snazzy newness that you get in the replays, but we will survive nonetheless. Apologies also to Slevin to taking such a long time to cast this game. I've been swamped with a whole bunch of other stuff and simply didn't get around to it. I do apologize, but here we are rolling at last. Once again, Bronze League action over here. Bronze League action from one of our channel fans. Let's see how we're doing here. We've got SCVs coming up and of course a supply depot from Ezer, who appears to not be walling off with that supply depot just yet. And then we've got Slevin playing as the Zerg here, doing nothing unusual. Drones, we've got an Overlord heading right. Having a little friendly chit-chat over there. And is there going to be a wall-off? There is, and there it is. We have our traditional anti-Zerg wall-off happening here finally. The barracks going down there just to get that started. What an incredibly massive map this is. This is the Delta Quadrant. It's a 4-player map. We've got bases here, we've got bases there, and we've got base points here. Both players heading off in opposing directions, so they'll be meeting in the middle over here somewhere. We also have a Zelnaga tower here in the middle. Although, to be honest, it doesn't really give you a massive amount of view. It'll take care of that circle over there, but on the whole, you really have to patrol regularly to get an understanding of the map. We have the first barracks about to conclude over here, second one about to conclude as well. Where do we have that? Where is that actually? Or am I simply hallucinating and there was only the one barracks? Perhaps there was only the one. I could have sworn I saw 2 barracks finishing there, but I could have been wrong about that. Certainly doesn't appear to be anywhere on the map, so yes, let's say that I was. We have the second supply depot now going up in the front. And we have a drone coming in. He's way too late. There's a marine standing right there. That drone is going to get nowhere. Slevin is denied entrance into the base and therefore has absolutely no idea what's going on. All he can see is there's a barracks there, there's a supply depot there, and the first marine has come out. So now Slevin must know that things are going to be tight for him as far as scouting is concerned. He's got his drone poking at the SCV over here, who managed to get in and see what was going on the Zerg side, but at the same time there's not really that much. An in-base hatchery in the 3rd minute. Well, this is a novel bit of play from Slevin over here. I've seen plenty of in-base hatcheries, just not once this early. I wonder what the thinking behind that was, but I guess we will find out shortly anyway. Is this pre-spawning pool? No, we've got a spawning pool up. So it's a 14 pool, 14 hatch, but he's gotten the hatchery inside the base rather than going for an outside base location. Very interesting play. I would imagine therefore that we are not going to be going for a gas heavy build here from Slevin. It's only taken 1 gas so far. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Zergling heavy or potentially a Zergling Roach heavy build for quite a bit of the game, because he's going to be massively economically behind if he was planning on going for some tech heavy build. So I guess this is going to be an interesting low tech strategy from Slevin. Very, very cool. Let's see how it pans out. And what is our Terran up to? We've got a tech lab out, so we can assume there'll be some more orders popping in. We've got a barracks going out the door, nothing strange about that. We have the second barracks coming up and the third one coming up now as well. So 3 barracks build, happily building there. We've got the second gas going down as well, and full saturation, almost full saturation there at the base. And there is the barracks that I missed early on. So he did indeed have 2 barracks up. My apologies, it's a 4 barracks run, and we've got a reactor building there as well. And there as well, my goodness. So it's going to be a very heavy marine ride build over there with the odd marauder popping out as well. So Terran going Bioball, and fortuitously Slevin is poking out that Baneling's nest, indeed as he should. What has he got here? He's got another hatchery building there, not bothering to take down the rocks at all, just building the hatchery right there by the gateway. We are now 6 minutes into the game. We've got 3 hatcheries about to pop out and only 1 mining. This is some intriguing strangeness indeed. 2 queens now out. Both of these are being larvaed away. We've got metabolic boost on the way. I think we may well be looking at a really seriously large amount of Zerglings here, along with the smattering of Banelings. And here we've got an evolution chamber coming as well, so potentially some upgrades for those Zerglings. This could get exceedingly exceedingly interesting. My goodness, words are stumbling in my mouth. That's how interesting this is. We've got upgrades coming out for both players. Stim pack being researched for the Terran along with the ground weapons 1. Oh, this is going to get interesting. I can see an aggressive game about to happen here. It's going to be a massive bio ball versus a massive Ling and Baneling ball. 16 Lings now on the way for our Zerg player, and the first foray of Marines are heading out. Very aggressive play from both players. Scouted immediately by the Ling that was posted there. So far the Marines are not noticing. There it is. That Ling going down in a really big hurry. We've got additional Marines heading out now. We've got 2 rows of Marines there. Has he even been stimmed? That Marine appears to have been stimmed, or maybe he's just running extremely fast. Who on earth knows? Now we have the Zelnaga tower under the control of our Zergling, so he can see exactly what's going on. Do we have Banelings popping out? Not yet. How many Lings do we have in the field? We've got a huge amount of Lings. But the first Banelings are not yet popping. There goes the scan. Noticing the spore, but other than that, no Banelings hidden. In come the Marines. What are we going to get? We're going to get an evolution chamber right there. We've got Lings coming in. Are they going to get us around? They are getting us around. There goes the stim. But they're being taken down by the Lings in a really big hurry, and that's the end of that foray. Those Marines are not going to make it. We have a few Marines coming up from the behind, immediately running away. Are they going to be chased down? They are. Well, at least one of them is going to be taken down there. He just makes it out there by the skin of his teeth. The first attack there by our Terran opponent has failed. Or our Terran player, rather. And the ground level weapon upgrade had actually not happened yet, so I wonder whether that push was just that tad bit early. It wasn't really a timing push. Stim had gone down, but the ground level weapons had not been upgraded. We have an additional barracks coming out, so now 5 barracks, 1 starport, an additional reactor. So he's sticking with the heavy bio ball build. And potentially going now for his... Yeah, he seems to be preparing for an expansion, putting down turrets ahead of time. Very interesting. That Overlord is clearly going to be nuked to death. We have a supply depot standing by there as well. In the meantime, let's see what's happening in our Zerg player's base. Slevin is still sitting there with his 3 hatcheries. The second mining hatchery is about to get started. Once again, totally ignoring that taking down those rocks. Interesting choice. Not sure what I think about that yet. We'll see later on. We have the first ground weapons upgrade going down for the melee as well, for the Zerg as well. And there goes the second scan. So now we've got full economy, almost full economy there. And then just starting on the main base. Very, very interesting. Now... the question is, have these 3 bases paid off early for Slevin? For the time being, not really yet. He doesn't have an overly massive army, but he certainly has the potential to create it, and he's keeping up with the lava very, very well on both of those bases. So he needs to get that economy going. As you can see, the economy is incredibly low. Gas count doing extremely solid, still on just the 1 gas, since he's sticking to his Zergling build. He doesn't need any more. Now, is there going to be a transition to an air build from our Terran player side? He's got a factory coming in to scout, so there'll be no heavy armory, heavy weaponry coming out. It's just a bio ball with some medevac backup, I imagine. We've got a large posse of Lings hanging out in the middle of the field. It looks like currently map control is on the side of Slevin, but there are a huge amount of Marines there. Almost 2 command groups of the Marines. That factory is slowly making its way over, trying to get a scout on what's going on Slevin's base. Is he going to see the hatcheries? He might very well see the extra hatchery. He will definitely scout that lair about to happen. Although, where is that factory going? It seems to be headed out here into nothing space. We've got more Lings coming out. The second gas now finally going down. The first Banelings appearing as well. It looks like it's going to be a Baneling heavy build with no anti-air wide work happening at all for now. Of course, quite understandable since there are no air units to speak of. Lings and Banelings now hanging out at the Zelnaga tower. Very good placement there for them. The first medevacs have hit the field. Is there going to be a drop happening? Let's see if it's going to be just supporting or if there's actually going to be a drop happening as well. And the push is now happening. The second push happening for our Terran player. Ezer the Terran player. He's heading out with now 2 full command groups almost worth of a bio ball. He does not know of the trap that's lying in wait. Is he going to go past it? That is the question. This is going to get horrendously ugly if he goes that way. He is going that way. Now then, is Slevin going to attack with his Marines once the back is turned? He's going round. There are more Lings heading that night. There was not an attack move. There is the stim going. Where are the Banelings? Where are the Banelings? They're far away. Stimmed Marines against Banelings and Lings. They're getting out of the way just in time. Some good micro there. Half the army going down. Another third going down. Are any of them going to make it? They are fast enough. No, the entire army has been taken down by Banelings. It's just the medevacs remaining. and even that second attack has been foiled right in the middle of the map. In the meantime, the factory has somehow landed at Slevin's base. Not sure what the plan there was. Those queens are not going to be able to take it down by themselves, but they did stop the scout from happening. Let's take a look at where Ezer is. Did he spy the hatchery? He did not. Oh, yes, he did. He did indeed spy the hatchery. So let's get back to the everyone view. That factory makes it out of there in time. He does see the in-base hatchery, so he knows that there are at least 2 hatcheries, but he has not spied the second mining base. So as far as Ezer knows, there is currently only a 1-base Zerg economy, which isn't at all true. More medevacs being pumped out, more marines being pumped out. We have Ezer sticking to his strategy of the bioball, and that has not been working for him so far. No idea why he doesn't pummel out a couple of banshees, maybe the odd Viking or two, but a few banshees would be excellent right now. He's going for the drop. He is going for the drop. We have a medevac drop heading towards the Zerg base. Now what has Slevin got prepared? He's got Hydralisks on the way. He's got, or not on the way, but he's prepared for them. He's got an evolution chamber researching extra armor. The weapon upgrade has already happened. Saturation on this base economy has not been kept up well by Slevin. He's still behind on saturation on the secondary base and on the main base. Here comes the drop now. We've got 15 marines landing. Are those medevacs going to get out of there in time? The queens are attacking. One queen goes down, the second one goes down. Lings are heading to the middle of the map. They've obviously been rallied to the wrong point. The base is now under attack. There are drones going down left, right, and everywhere. Does Slevin see this? He does not see this. He's got Zerglings heading to the middle of the map. Right, his entire economy is being hammered from the side over here. Half the drones are down already. The lair is now under attack. Why aren't those Zerglings coming in? That is the question. Now they finally spy the situation. They are coming in at speed. Are they going to make it in time? The entire drone population of Slevin is being annihilated over here. Here come the Zerglings. Are there enough of them? They're getting a good surround on the marines. They're going down in a hurry. Those marines look like they're in some bit of trouble now. Are they going to be picked up by the medevacs in time? 2 of them make it. 3 of them make it. 3 of them have made it, but the damage is done. The entire economy of Slevin has been completely annihilated, and that lair made it by the skin of its teeth. It's only down to its last few hit points. 60 hit points left on that lair. It is badly in need of a transfusion. One more drop and it is over. But is it possible that there will be a quick follow-up? There isn't. The second base for Ezer, and here we have a massive Zerg infestation coming in, doing a returning foray on the Terran player, but where are the SCVs all down? They certainly are down to a large degree. A couple of mules are going to make it. So the 2 players have exchanged favors, taking out each other's economy. Let's take a look at the economy right now. The income is looking horrendous for our Terran player. He's down to a 0 income. So he just got what he dealt out returned to him in spades. Our Zerg player Slevin is accumulating his drone count back up slightly. Now well ahead, however, following with a huge amount of Zerglings. Now, is he going to go straight for the attack? We do not know. Let's take a look at unit slots tab. Slevin has lost a considerable amount more units in mineral count, but he's still got a larger army than the Zerg player. Is he going to make it outside of those barracks? He's not. He's trapped between 2 sets of marines. They're going down fast, and that is the end of that. Let's get back into the production tab over here. 16 more Zerglings on the way, and he's countering now. Is going to be countered by Hellions, which of course is a good counter against Zerglings. Let's see how this goes. Now 2 barracks manning that front, so that gate is now well protected. How is Slevin going to come back from this? He's completely ignoring his economy. He's down to his last 80 minerals. Is he saturated at the second base? Not yet. The economy now slowing down severely for our Zerg player, but still well ahead of the Terran player, who needs to rebuild from scratch. But let's not forget the advantage of the mules. In the meantime, we've got a factory with a reactor on it over here in the middle of nowhere producing Hellions. There is at this point no way to know exactly how this game is going to swing. We are 20 minutes into the game and it is impossible to call a winner. Only 1 gas up. We've got only a handful of drones here. We've got only a handful of drones there. How is the comeback going to work? Pneumatized carapace is now being researched. Banelings are being popped out. This is a testy moment for either player. Who's going to attack first? Who's going to defend the best? That is the question. And the economy. Dear God, the economy. There's got to be a completely from scratch build up again. What do we got here? We've got some Hellions coming in to do even more economic damage. They're heading up the ramp as we speak. No, they're not. They're doing a little detour around trying to figure out what's going on. heading up the ramp. The banelings are there, the zerglings are there. Are they going to make it? They do not make it. They're being attacked by banelings. One of them goes down immediately, the second one goes down as well. Only one remaining now. And he tries to do a little foray. Queen's coming in to finish it off, and that is the end of that Hellion. That attack failed as well. The economy has been protected. A quick build back here from Slevin, who is now motoring back on his economy. Let's take another look at that economics tab. The income tab. We've got a significant lead on the side of the Zerg player. The Terran player, though, now with his Bioball and Medivacs coming in. How is he going to manage this? Are there enough banelings to deal with this? That is the question. The ramp unprotected. They're coming up the ramp, the very narrow ramp. In come the Zerglings. They're not going to be able to get a good surround from there. They're going to get completely annihilated, and indeed they do. Into the base they go. The banelings are there. Is there going to be enough banelings? That is the question. They're doing an excellent job. Basically the entire army wiped out. There's just a few remaining now. The queens, are they going to be enough to take down these marines? That is the question. It looks like it's promising there. A transfuse there. No, the queen is lost. It is not lost. It's surviving on just a handful of HP. How is that even possible? 5 queens, 4 queens. There it is finally at last, roasting under Hellion fire. Look at that. That is a corpse if you've ever seen one. Even more marines coming to back up. Those queens are dying in a hurry, and now they are gone. We've got more zerglings running past, more speedlings running past. That's a huge amount of speedlings. What we need here is banelings, but we don't have anyone morphing anywhere that I can see. We've got even more zerglings. Good surround there. Now the marines are down. Whew. That was some seriously intense play. How on earth is Slevin even surviving this? Economy, that's how. He's got the economy going, he's got the lava management going, but now he's lost all of his queens. Had, I should say, lava management going. Now with 0 queens needing to reproduce all of them, that was a reasonably decent snipe there from our Terran player, but at what cost? Let's take a look at the units lost tab. Still significantly higher loss count for our Zerg player Slevin, but now we've got overlords with speed and we've got drop capacity. Where are they going to drop? That is the question. Are they going to come into the secondary base? It looks likely. And what is being dropped? That would be Zerglings, I imagine. Yes, carrying loads of Zerglings coming in hard and fast from the southwest. The turret is there. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough to deter this? Are these drops going to happen? Let's take a look. The turret starts to fire. One overlord taking a lot of damage. Are those Zerglings going to go down in time? They are going down in time. One of the overlords has gone down. The second one now under fire. The majority of the Zerglings are down, however. Those overlords are not going to make it out of there, but the Lings are down. The economy is in trouble. It looks like the whole of the SCVs are going to be taken out, and indeed they have. The economy of the Terran player now once again in dire straits. We have a few marines trying to do something, but they're going to get surrounded by Lings and taken out. Upgraded Lings are completely ferocious. The drop that was heading down towards the Zerg base is now coming back in order to deal with this sudden threat. There are more than enough marines to deal with there, and also Slevin has seen the drop about to happen. And now phase 2 of the drop about to begin. We've got another Zergling hanging out there. That supply depot is looking in jeopardy, but there's enough marines there to deal with it now. In the meantime, 4 more Zerglings popping out, 3 more queens popping out as well. The drop is now continuing. Drop heading to the southeast of the base. In the meantime, the Lings are coming round. They're taking out that factory, completely undefended. Is the drop going to be deterred once again? This time, Ezer continuing with his riders, with his efforts. He's not going to be deterred. He's going right in there, and he's going to drop into the base with a huge amount of marines. That overlord is toast as well. Still no supply block for Slevin. The evolution chamber under fire. Now where are the banelings? Where are the banelings? That is the question. Slevin has completely forgotten his banelings. He is going straight for Zerglings, and they're getting good surrounds. Those upgraded Zerglings are doing an excellent job against the marines. The evolution chamber is down, but it has done what it came here to do. Once again victorious on the side of Slevin here. Phew, this is some back and forth aggressive play from both sides. Neither player progressing beyond their current tech level. Both seem to be completely happy to stick with the lowest tech level available and nuking it out to see who is the victor. Surely one of these must run out resources at some point. The expansion is going poorly for both players, but so far there is a slight lead on the side of Slevin, who's managed to pummel up these Zerglings in considerable amounts. Now all the Terran player really needs to do here is to do a significant tech switch, and Slevin would be in all kinds of trouble. I keep calling him Slevin. Is that his actual name? Yes, it is. Always good to know. Is anything happening here? No starport. We've got 5 barracks, all producing mildly only due to a lack of economy. There simply is no money for our Terran player. He is in dire straits. He has rebuilt his mining to some degree here at the secondary base, but he's off to take a third. Is he going to land right next to that and hope to go for the gold? I think he might very well do that. No, he's actually flying right past the gold. He's going to do some private mining somewhere, and in the meantime the hatchery has gone down now for Slevin as well. He's taking his additional base. He knows he needs the money. Is he running out of minerals here? Not really, but the saturation is not great. He has been neglecting his drone count at the expense that fueled his army, but then again that's what he needed to survive. So he's not doing badly at all right now. That army of his still looking very dangerous. Let's take a look at the upgrade level. We've got +1/+1 there, and there it is. The Terran has landed, pulling down mules there as well in order to get his economy going. Let's take another look at the income tab. Right, we still have a significant lead on the side of the Zerg when it comes to harvesters, but in total, right, revenue count, the Terran has surpassed him because of the mules. More upgrades coming thick and fast now for our Zerg player. That is a massive Bioball army coming charging in. Where are the Banelings? We just had the Baneling upgrade happen. Where's that army heading? It's heading right down to the main base. There goes an additional hatchery there. That has no chance of surviving at all. In come two command groups who are the Marines that are going to take that down in no time at all. Where are the Banelings? That is the question. A stim and nuke, and that is the end of that one hatchery. I imagine he's going to come right up here. Yes, he is. Are there enough? There's Hydralisks out. There's Lings out. Is there enough to take this down? That is the question. In come the Lings. They're getting a good surround. The Hydralisks are pummeling away. Those Marines are completely dead. They have absolutely no chance at all. There was enough to deal damage here, and there's enough Hydralisks there to take out. That was an entirely fully loaded fully loaded medevac. That was a massive loss there for our Terran player. The Hydralisks are following through. Now we've got a tech upgrade. We've got new units. Things are getting exciting. We have got the missile attacks level 1 being upgraded as well. Now what is the Terran player going to do? Is Exer going to come up with a tech switch of his own? Is there anything that he can move into? That is the question. Does he have the economy to do it? That is an even more important question. He's doing well on his macro saturation, however. The SCVs are doing their thing. And we've got this lair slowly coming back up to speed. We've got a couple of drones sitting around doing absolutely nothing there. We don't have good saturation on that base yet, nor on this one. And we've got drones sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Bit of sloppiness there from the side of Slevin. I'm sure he's busy with lots of other things though. Here looks like we finally got some decent saturation starting to happen. The economy is looking solid for Slevin. Is he going to be able to pummel out a large-scale army of Zerg to go in there and finish this off? We are now in minute 30. Right, Ezer is sticking to his marine build with some support from the Hellions. Now the question is he going to be able to get enough money together to get an decently sized army? With Lings, Banelings and Hydralisks, this is looking pretty damn lethal here from the side of Slevin. Now the only saving grace that Ezer has so far is that his mining base over here has not been detected. He is free to do what he wants. Where is this SCV going? It is going to grab yet another mining base. That looks like an expensive investment at this time. But he has been pummeling out a decent amount of Marines. And he's also supply blocked. So he needs to get those supply depots down, one coming up right away. And let's take a look at Slevin's situation. Have a quick look at the unit count. We've got 52 Lings versus 41 Marines. And then 5 Queens, 7 Hydralisks. It's fairly even. It is fairly even. And the Lings have now discovered that that's quickly cancelled. Now are they going to be able to discover this base as well? There's nothing protecting it. Those mules are in serious trouble. Here come the Lings. Are they going to run right past it? They did run right past it. A bit of luck there for Ezer. His base still intact and not in any danger. So far, so good. Here comes the move out. That's a huge amount of Marines. There's a big Bioball heading that way. Taking down the gold expansion right rocks now as well. Looking to expand into a high economic yield area, which sounds like a wise move. We've got additional upgrades coming for Slevin, so he's going to be sticking with his Zerglings. They've certainly been doing a grand job for him so far. We've got Hellions being taken down by Speedlings. And those Hellions have no chance, but they're leading them right to Marines, who now stim and take down those Lings before they can get out. Yep, they had no chance whatsoever. The blue flame has come out for the Hellions as well, so they are dangerous now. But that is a very large amount of Lings. Now all we need is a few Banelings in there to do some very serious damage to that Bioball army. I'm amazed that Ezer is not upgrading himself here, but there it is. It's the Bronze League. Anything can happen. That's why we watch this stuff. This is just a massive wall off of buildings here, there and everywhere, but there's plenty of space for things to run through as well. So the wall off not done sufficiently well. The creep has spread everywhere. Slevin is doing a decent job of making sure the creep is moving. Let's take a look at how saturation looks here. That's starting to look promising over there. The main base is completely mined out. And the economy is looking solid for our Zerg player. Solid enough anyway to deal with this. We have the first few Banelings now morphing into play. So he's decided to bring the Banelings in. Now we've got Zerglings, we've got Banelings, we've got Hydralisks. We've got the right unit combination to throw at anything that Ezer is sending his way. Ezer is creating his first tanks now, finally going to a bit of a switching when it comes to units. A good choice indeed. Where has he got those? He's got those situated right at the front of the base. He is running dry on his second base. He has run dry on his main base. And now this Marine ball is heading out. But where is it heading out to? Does he see the Lings? He does not. Taking a bit of a pause there in the middle. And about to be met by this massive ball of red death. We've got Lings, we've got Banelings, we've got Hydralisks. That is nowhere near enough Marines to deal with this. They're going to get fully surrounded. The Banelings are coming in. There's a stim and an escape. Are they going to get out of there in time? That is the question. They're leading them back to the tanks. Good job. The tank is just now sieging up. Caught a little bit out of position. But just enough to deal with those Lings. So the front of the base now still protected. But the detour has happened towards this base. Again, that base got cancelled. That SCV is about to get completely nuked. Indeed it did. And that one as well. Although it did manage to take out a couple of Banelings en route. So now this base, despite all odds, is still surviving because it has not been spotted by Slevin. Here's another SCV about to die in a hurry. We have 88, yes, you're reading that right, 88 Lings morphing. That is just madness. Along with 2 Hydralisks. We've got more tanks coming out, more medevacs coming out, a secondary upgrade going. Excuse me, a bit of a sneeze there. Now then, how is this going to end? 3 Hellions. Not sure what they were doing there, but they certainly did a hell of a lot of dying. We have got a huge amount of Marines hanging out over here, but they can't go down. Pretty much trapped at this point. Unless some magic can come out of his hat, Ezer is completely trapped inside his base. It is minute 37. There is an insane amount of Zerglings on the field. Let's take a look at exactly how much. There's 111. 111 Zerglings on the field. That is mind-boggling. What on earth could happen here? I mean, 111 Zerglings are not even going to fit up that ramp. Is he going to do a Banelings bust into the ramp? We're about to find out. We just got a small posse of Banelings hanging out there. But my goodness, that is just an insane amount of Speedlings. How is that even going to work? I think he's waiting for the Marines to actually come out, because what can Ezer do at this point? He is completely mined out. He's got absolutely no economy. He's got to come out. It is just insane. Oh, he's got an economy over there busily buzzing away. And he's building a barracks there as well. Wise move. Get some defense going there. Now, how on earth is it possible that this has not been scouted? There is even more Zerglings heading into the middle there. Oh yes, that was the original 111 posse. Do we have more Banelings happening? Not yet. Just look at that. That is just incredible. That is more Zerglings than I've ever seen in one place in my life. Absolutely amazing. Here come the Marines taking a foray outwards. Little do they know that they're going to be met by 111 Zerglings. There goes the scan. Now Slevin knows exactly where the bioball is. My goodness, this is going to get ugly. He's moving away, waiting for the Marines to come to him. A wise move, because he can get a nice surround across 2 areas here. He's in no hurry whatsoever. Holy noodle cakes, that Marine ball is going to get the shock of its life when it goes up that hill. As he got here, he's got 5 medevacs. That is not going to be enough to heal him through this though. It's going to be really rough. 10 more Banelings are morphing out. He's just waiting for the upgrades to sort themselves out before he goes in. He's upgraded 2 for 2, but it is not going to be. it is not going to be enough. A couple of siege tanks out there as well, they'll get taken down by the Zerglings in no time at all. There's nothing that 2 siege tanks and a command group of marines is gonna do against 111 2-for-2 upgraded Zerglings. It is gonna be incredibly ugly. He's just sitting there waiting for them to come to him. Now why oh why doesn't he send a scout around the map? That is the question. He's got a few banelings hanging down here on the south side as well. Good move. All the exits covered. What is Ezer waiting for? I think he's starting to detect something wrong. Here come the Zerglings. A huge amount of Zerglings. There's plenty of space to get a full surround. There goes the stim, but it's simply not going to be enough. The banelings coming in from the south. My FPS going down to a crawl. There's just too much going on this screen. The tanks are soaking up the large amount of the baneling damage. The entire lot of the marines are wiped out through banelings and Zerglings. Somehow those 111 Zerglings actually got killed, which is just amazing to me. And there is the GG, and it's all over. Ezer has left the game. He has gotten fed up of the goings on. There's simply too much going on here outside of Slevin. What an amusingly aggressive game. Once again, amateur Bronze League action sent to us by the Red Zerg player here, Mr. Slevin. Thank you for that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Do your thumbs up and commenting and thumbs down and whatever else that you feel like doing. Looking forward to hearing from you. Enjoy the day. Bye-bye.